Dragon's blood. 5th shelf. The viscosity will tell us if it's still usable. Stable enough for the time being. It needs to be labelled again, though. The ink's begun to fade. You're right. Aconite extract, isn't it? It must have been left uncorked for too long. Set it aside with the others. I must say, you're quite meticulous. Efficient. Precise. I appreciate that. This is tedious work. I wouldn't expect many to have the patience for it. No. I would never trust the house elves with such a task. They lack the discernment necessary for something so particular. My private storeroom is not a place for careless hands or wandering eyes. Every vial, every ingredient has its place. Meticulously organized, labeled, and protected. I require precision, not the haphazard fumblings of creatures who wouldn't know the difference between powdered bicorn horn and crushed lacewing flies. My private storeroom is reserved only for those who understand the value of such delicate things. Is that so? How peculiar. And what precisely do you find so alluring about me cataloguing and labelling potion ingredients? Is it my handwriting? My extraordinary ability to keep my shelves organized? Or is it simply the way that I handle glassware? My hands? I suppose I should be flattered. I had no idea it was so fascinating to watch me work. If I'd known this was all it took to captivate you, I would have forced you to assist me in my private store sooner. Although you do have something of a tendency to get under one's feet. Once could be an accident. Twice. Coincidence. But 3 times. Do you always hover this close when assisting with mundane tasks? Or am I simply the recipient of some kind of special attention? You're being deliberately disruptive. Tell me, was that your true motivation when you so graciously offered to assist me this evening? Did you simply want an excuse to watch my hands at work? To stand close enough to observe every precise movement? Or was it something else? Do you really expect me to believe you have no ulterior motive? Really? None at all? So if I were to step closer, you wouldn't react? If I were to reach past you, you wouldn't so much as shiver? Because this is entirely innocent, correct? I see what you're doing. A shame, really. I had rather hoped to finish this inventory without distraction. But since you seem so intent on testing my focus this evening, go and close the door. Good girl. You do realize how reckless this is? A single flimsy door is all that separates us from the corridor. Anyone could walk past. A student, a colleague, perhaps even the headmaster himself. You understand what this means, don't you? If anything were to happen between us here, right now, I would need you to be quiet for me. No sounds, no whimpers, not a single gasp. You would have to be completely silent. Because if you're not, someone might hear us. And we wouldn't want anyone finding out about our little secret, would we? I must warn you. Should you make the faintest sound, I will stop. No matter how deep I am inside you, no matter how close you are to falling apart. If you make a sound, it ends. Do you really think you can manage it? Because I know you, darling. I know how much you love to react for me. I know the way you tremble when I touch you, the way your breath hitches when I slide inside you. I admire your confidence. Tell me, have you ever been taken against the wall before? Of course you haven't. A proper little thing like you wouldn't ever do something so indecent. Or would you? Would you like me to show you how it feels? Take off your heels. And you won't be needing those either. Now wrap your arms around my shoulders, tightly. I'm going to lift this leg and hook it over the rung on the ladder behind me. Don't worry, I won't let you fall. How beautifully helpless you look. I rather like you like this. Pinned, trapped, so perfectly spread, forced to hold onto me, while I take you however I please. Take hold of me and guide me inside you.